So they got some weight to them, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not really sure how heavy the stock ones are, but we'll find out. Don't worry, I got a little towel set up so I don't mess up my counters. Very weird smell to them. Not bad, just interesting. It's new, I guess, so you get what you get. Now my brackets aren't here yet, but that's okay. I can get them unboxed and show you guys what's what. All right, so there you have it, unboxed. They look really nice for $330. I mean, I'm not complaining. That's pretty sharp. Of course, it's not really like lightweight magnesium, carbon fiber. They got some weight to it, but shit, something out of a 95 Buick would be better than the seats in the C5 right now. So anything's an improvement. These do come with sliders on them already, which is awesome. So once my brackets get here, it should be easy just to get the old ones out, put the brackets in, and put these in. Now, if I'm not mistaken, you do have to put what's meant for the passenger side and the driver, and driver on the passenger side, meaning the lever for tilting will be on the opposite side for fitment reasons, and I'll get into that once we get to that portion of the install. So, but yeah, first impression, these look really good for the price. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining one bit. So, next up, we're gonna go out to the garage, do some seat removal, bracket install, and all that jazz, and we'll get them in and see how they feel, see how they look, and yeah, let's get to it. Oh, and awesome, the faux carbon look to these. I'm actually kind of shocked at how decent it looks, and I didn't even know it came like this, so that's kind of a bonus. There's no backseat to this car, so no one will ever see it, but nonetheless, it's kind of neat. Real quick, I wanted to do a little comparison too of the two seats. I know a lot of people are concerned with safety and stuff, and I understand that for the price of what one of these seats cost. The stock seat, Z06 seat, is very flimsy, if you're not familiar. The bolstering sucks. Now this seat is in almost perfect condition. I don't think anyone's ever sat in it. And the build quality is trash. This thing, it never really locks into place. Down here, the mounting brackets are very thin, less than 1/8 of an inch thick on these. The whole thing is just really chintzy. The lever right here, the plastic is so cheap. It's like a Fisher Price toy. So anything is better than these damn things, in my opinion. These are surprisingly much more sturdy. The handle is much more stout. The brace underneath for sliding up and down is really nice. And the mounting brackets I'm using are an 1/8 inch steel. So these are pretty nice as well. So there's a quick up close comparison of the two. Yeah, let's get back to getting these suckers in. Finished yesterday. I wanted to do that first to make sure the install with the drilling the brackets and the hardware, everything was good to go. So when I do this one, it's a much more streamlined process, and I'm not fuckering it all up and look like a retard. So removing this one also is a little different because this one has power, unlike the passenger side in the Z06. Be cognizant of that, because when you undo this seat, keep it plugged in, because you're gonna have to do the front, move it, and then do the rear as well. So don't forget about that. But other than that, the process is exactly the same. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this seat out, and then I will show you the process of mounting the bracket onto the seat, which is actually the same on both seats. We'll get it in and we'll go for a ride. Also, I did weigh the seats if you guys are curious. The stock passenger seat is lighter than these, but the driver's side's heavier. The old seats combined were 70 pounds, the new seats combined are 65. So you're gaining you're losing 5 pounds of weight. So there's that. It's marginable, but all right, let's get back to it. All right, also we are gonna be using the seat belts again, obviously on both sides. Only the driver's side has a little tattletale that tells you if you're in the seat, if it's plugged in or not. You can leave this unplugged once you get this off and put on the new one. So when it's unplugged from the car, it thinks it's closed circuit, so it's no issue there. This is an 18 millimeter to take off. It's kind of hard to get off, got some Loctite on it. And we're gonna reuse this nut, but just the nut. So let's get this off and then we'll start putting the bracket on the new one, and we'll go over that process. And real quick, the tools you're gonna need to do this on both sides. I bought the hardware myself at Lowe's. You're gonna need 4 of these cap screw style bolts, which are awesome because they have a little Allen head. It is 5/16 18 by 3/4 inch. So 8 of these total. 8 total locking nuts. 5/16 18, 4 total washers. And all of these are grade 8 steel. It's the highest quality / strongest steel you can buy commercially, just for peace of mind. And some Loctite for the seatbelt bolt. Oh, and the seatbelt bolt too. What the hell's that? Which I threw away the bag for this. But it looks like 1/2 inch. But whatever threads into, or it's like, what was it, 5/16 I think? Well, in any case, just take this to Lowe's with you. This little guy. Put on the little thing, I'll tell you what size it was. And this is also grade 8, and this is, I believe, a 3/4 inch. And yeah, so that's all the hardware you're gonna need. 2 bolts for the seatbelt, 8 total locking nuts, 8 total of these awesome bolts with the hex key on top, and 4 total washers and some thread lock. There is some very minor fabrication you have to do to this. And that's kind of why I waited to do the driver's side, so I can explain it better to you guys. But don't let it scare you, it's not that hard. And you're gonna get 2 brackets. I'll put the link for the brackets in the description. And this right here is for your seatbelt. These should be orientated on the inboard side of the seat, wherever it's gonna go in the back. It's like this, cool. And when you line these up, both the side with the lever, which is gonna be on the inboard now, because the seatbelt on the right, I know it's confusing. The little seatbelt tab right there is going to be inboard. This is going to be the tunnels right here. This is your driver's seat. Looking at it underneath the left side, these are going to stay just how they are. They're fine, but you're going to measure exactly 14.5 inches to the right, and you're going to drill roughly a 1/2 inch hole on both sides of that, so it lines up with the holes over here. And to do that, I recommend a Cobalt style drill bit. I got this at Harbor Freight. It was like 15 bucks, and this thing is so freaking awesome. It just came in handy so much for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and drill 2 1/2 inch holes about right here. I'll mark them, of course, right here and right here, and I'll be back in a minute. I know it's kind of nerve-wracking because it's kind of close to this, and there's gonna be about 1/8 of an inch in between the 2 holes, just FYI. All right, there we go, all set, 2 holes. This little Cobalt bit is so freaking handy. I recommend it. Made very short work of this. And when if you're doing this, a lot of pressure, but go slow with the rotation so it gets a better bite. Just a little tip for you. All right, let's make sure our holes line up close. But I think we'll make that work. Maybe. Yeah, I fuckered this one up a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and widen this one instead of trying to move that one over, just for integrity for this little hole over there. And the bottom looks damn well perfect. So just the top one I fuckered up. So I'll remedy this real quick. I'll be right back. All right, so actually I lied. I went ahead and widened this one a little bit, and I'll put a washer on it, just because I didn't want to make this one this way and have the whole thing kind of crooked. So just for functionality purposes, I went ahead and widened this, and I'll put a washer on it. So looks like the bottom's good to go. So I'm gonna go and put the nuts on this loosely. So we'll slide this down and get the backside on, and then we'll get it secured 100%. And also when you flip it over, you do have to use this little mechanism right here to, it's really awkward. You got to push this down in and pull these little back tabs up so you can get access back here to put the bolts in and the nuts on. All right, so we got them all in place. We can go ahead and tighten them up. You're going to use a Allen wrench on the ones on top, assuming you went this route, 6mm. If you go with this route, the ones I showed you, and a 13 on the locking nut. If you use the same hardware, that is. Boom, brackets on. Let's go ahead and tackle the seatbelt, and we'll throw her in. All right, this was the best scenario I could come up with, safest for the seatbelt mounting. You're just gonna take it, your stock one. This is your stock nut you're gonna use. It has a little, how would you call it? Like a bushing in there, so it can kind of move back and forth freely. You can put on the inside here, line it up, take your new bolt with 2 washers. You're just gonna feed it through there, but put some thread locker first, and I'll go ahead and get this wrapped up, and we can throw it back in the car. All right, we're all set, ready to get her back in the car. The other side was fairly easy. It fought me a little bit, on the fit of the brackets. They're a little off, but not terribly. So let's see if we can get this in there without scratching the paint or anything. Okay, that's in there. And it's really tight right there, but it will work. All right, it's in, bolted down, looks amazing. All of your brackets ready and hardware, etc. You could probably do this job with a little bit of planning under 2 hours. So not terribly taxing. So I'm gonna go ahead and sit in it. I'm nervous, but excited. Here we go. Wow, that's pretty amazing. My first instinct that this feels, the position, this feels a lot like my C7. Very similar feel to it now.